In this video, we'll be exploring the basics of the Ballerina package structure, where you'll learn how to organize the files within a package and also how you can add more modules as the code grows. Let's begin by creating a package to understand the structure. Open your command prompt and run the new command followed by a name for the package. This will create a hello world program in Ballerina. As you can see, a new directory with the package name in the current directory is created with several files inside of it. Before we go on to explore the files, first let's understand the concepts of package and module. In Ballerina, code is organized into modules, which in turn are organized into packages. This means that a package must have at least one module, and this mandatory module is called the default module. As a result, the new command creates files that define the package and also files for the default module. Now let's walk through each file that the new command has generated. The dev container JSON file is a file for the editor which is used to enable development in a Docker container. The gitignore file is related to version control. Since these files are not Ballerina specific, we will not be discussing about it further. Ballerina toml is the configuration file that identifies the my first hello app directory as a Ballerina package. We call this directory as the package root. And as you can see the content of it, the file starts with the package table which holds the meta information about the package. Out of the fields listed under this, the org, name and the version fields are used to uniquely identify a package, which infers that these fields are mandatory. You are free to edit the Ballerina toml and change these values as you need. The distribution entry shows the Ballerina version used to create the package. Additionally, you can give more options to the build using the build options section. Since Ballerina is a cloud-native programming language, the observability feature is enabled by default using this flag. Options also include enabling or disabling offline mode, creating Docker artifacts, setting a custom target directory, and so on. These options can be passed as flags to CLI commands as well. Now let's move to the main bal file. The main bal file is a source file in the default module. Since it's common for small projects to have just the default module, with the purpose of keeping the structure simple, the files of the default module are placed directly in the package root. Like the package has a package root, every module in the package has its own module root, which will be the parent directory of the module source file. The parent directory of the main bal file is the my first hello app directory, which means that this is the module root of the default module. If I say it in other words, the package root also serves as the module root for the default module. Another important point is that the default module is the entry point for the application, and as a result, this file contains the main function which is invoked upon execution. Now let's compile and run the hello world program. The Ballerina extension has added a set of commands to the command palette from which we can select run. And as you can see, it opens up a new terminal and executes the bal run command. We can see the successful execution of it, and we can also see a bunch of new files in our package directory. The dependencies toml file is a compiler generated file for managing dependencies, and the target contains the caches generated as a result of the compilation. Alternative to the bal run command, we can also use the bal build command. When we select the build command from the command palette, again you can see a new terminal window opened with the bal build command executed. Unlike bal run command, bal build will generate a standalone executable jar file for the application. Now we can run this generated executable, which will print the hello world message. Next, let's see how we can add another module to this package. Navigate to the package directory and let's run the bal clean command first. This will remove the caches from the package so that we can see the changes clearly when the new module is added. Now let's add a module using the bal add command, and I choose the module name to be util. As you can see, it added the modules directory in the package root with files for the util module. Let's go ahead and analyze this new directory. The modules directory is where all the non-default modules are added. So when we add the util module, a directory with the name util is created in the modules directory and the files in it belong to the util module. The module MD file is a markdown file for the documentation related to the module, which is mainly useful for library packages. The resource directory can contain additional files required for the build. Test directory contains unit test for the module, and the util bell is the sample source file generated for this new module. Since this is a simple Hello application, I will not be using any resources and I won't be using the module MD file as well. Now let's check the content of the files. The util bell contains a public function which returns a hello message, and when we check the test file, it contains simple test cases to verify the functionality of the hello function. The goal of having multiple modules in a package is to better organize code. So like other programming languages, we can import modules in one another in Ballerina as well. So let's see how we can use the hello function in our default module. Let's modify the print statement in the main bell to use the util module to print the message. Now we can run the package the same way we did earlier and check the output. Since we changed the print statement to use the hello function, this time it should print hello bunhead. Now that we created a simple package in Ballerina, let's explore the templates that can be used when creating a package. Let's navigate out of the hello package and check the help output for the balnew command. As you can see, it gives a description about the command and we can see that there are 3 templates that can be used for package creation. The main template can be used for creating applications that require a main function. Service template can be used to create services, whereas the lib template can be used to create Ballerina libraries. Let's walk through each of these templates. Execute the new command with the -t main option along with the package name. This again creates a directory with the package name. When we check the files in it, we can see the Ballerina toml and the main bell, which we are already familiar with, and additionally a test file is generated. Let's check the content of each of these files. The Ballerina toml has content similar to what we saw in the first application. The main bell is exactly the same, and the test file contains some sample tests for the package. Next, let's move on to the service template. Run balnew -t service with the package name. Again, let's check the structure. And apart from the Ballerina toml and tests, we see the service.bell as the source file this time. The Ballerina toml has content similar to the main template, and the service bell contains code to create a simple service with a get resource. The tests contain a few test cases to verify the functionality of the service. Lastly, let's check the lib template. Execute balnew -t lib followed by the package name. Compared to other templates, we can see more files for lib. As usual, the Ballerina toml is there. The source file is created with the package name, and we see the resources and test directories as well. The package MD file is used for the public documentation of the library package, and the module MD belongs to the module, which is the default module here. Both these MD files are used to display the documentations when the package is published to the Ballerina Central Repository, which is a publicly hosted remote repository for Ballerina libraries. That brings this video to an end. Hope you now have an understanding about the Ballerina code organization.